Hey guys, how's it going? It's Al. Draftkings week 14 kicks off tomorrow morning, and I've got 5 players that project for under 5% in tournaments that we are going to talk about to maybe give you a leg up to get away from wherever the field is going and possibly give yourself a chance at hitting a ceiling game from 1 or 2 of these guys to put yourself in a position to take down a big tournament in NFL DFS in week 14. We have all of our content. This is the last piece of content that I put out throughout the week. Go check out any one of those other videos, the top running backs, the top stacks, the Friday lineup builder show where I talk about things with the chat on Twitch, and see if any of those videos can help you out. And if they do, we are trying to, we're approaching $30,000 raised for No Kid Hungry. Go to smizzle.tv/charity if you wanted to take part in that fundraiser. If we get to $35,000 raised, I will personally donate another $25,000, which on top of the $40,000 that I've already committed based on the matches that we've hit so far would bring us to $100,000 on the season. We got to get there by December the 31st. So if this content this year has helped you at all, please take a couple of seconds to think about somebody and be a part of something that is bigger than yourself. Smizzle.tv/charity. Link down below. Just click show more on the description and you'll find that. Smizzle.tv/charity. Thank you guys for being here. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to talk to you in a minute. We're almost at 50,000 subscribers. So thank you very much for the support over the years. And we're going to do some massive giveaways once we hit that 50,000 mark. We could get there by kickoff on Sunday. That would be absolutely amazing. We're like 300 away. It's not that far. So if you have not already, click that subscribe button, ring the notifications bell, leave me a reply down below. Let me know which low played player you're targeting this weekend, and let's go.
He's a legend.
I realized that I did not do an underdog fantasy pick'em on the Friday lineup builder show like I normally do. So I'm going to put it right at the beginning of this video, and I hope that you don't mind. If you have not already, go over to Underdog Fantasy. They have great products in terms of like their best ball drafts, which kick off, like I think they have some for next season already, if you already want to draft for 2022. But they have these pick'ems for every sport. NFL, NBA, college football pick'em. If you love college football and you're playing today, you can get your pick'ems in on those games. NHL, European soccer, golf, everything. I'm going to come down here. I like betting over. No, they took the EZEKIEL Elliott one off the board. Oh, it was just there. That's upsetting. Not great, Bob. I'm going to come over here before they take these off the board. I'm going to get Josh Allen over 329.5 yards. I'm going to go with Cole Beasley over 40.5 because Cole Beasley does much better. Yards per attempt, all those different underlying metrics when he plays against a team that plays a lot of zone, and Tampa Bay plays the third most zone defense in the league. And I'm going to go with Tom Brady over 300. I think this game shoots out. Absolutely love that game. I want to get as many shares of it as I possibly can. Use code ALSMIZZLE. It's right over here at checkout, all capital letters. Deposit match up to $100. So your first deposit on the site, I don't even know if it's first deposit or if it's all deposit. Your first deposit on the site, definitely if you use code ALSMIZZLE, gets you to that number, gets you that $100 that you can use for pick'ems or anything else that you want on the site. I'll click submit. That takes us over here. We get our little card. That's my 3 for 3 pick'em, $50 to win 300. The Smiths Gang Listener League is back again. $10 to enter, 3 max, 32,500 in the prize pool. No rake whatsoever. I will shout out the winners on Al Smizzle Games on Monday on the recap video. So go to the second channel if you want to subscribe to that, especially if you get in the top 10 and you want your shouts. We are at about 1,050 so far. We filled it the last few weeks. No reason to not get in there. Smizzle.tv/league. Link in the pinned comment and in the description. Can't not find it. Bookmark smizzle.tv/league. Every Monday, I'll change the redirect. Gets you right into the league. EZEKIEL Elliott is my number 1 5 under 5 player this week at running back. Priced at an awkward spot at 7,300, where everybody wants to pay, let's say like 6K and down. If they're paying up, they're likely paying up for Austin Eckler, or they're pivoting off of him at a similar price pivot point to Alvin Kamara against the Jets, both in really good spots. But like you have EZEKIEL Elliott here as the same price pivot away from Leonard Fournette at 7,400. Pollard is not going to play. He may get more usage in the passing game this week. I definitely think he's still going to get usage in the running game. Yes, I know that he has an injury right now, but as long as it's not structural and as long as it's something that they can manage, as soon as you hear it's a pain management issue, that just means that we are going to inject him with something that makes him feel no pain on Sunday. And that's kind of where I think that they are with Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott has also said, you're going to have to drag me off of the field to get me off of it. And while I don't like that for his future health, and I don't like that for my Tony Pollard best ball shares, I like that in terms of investing in him and overweighting the field. I think he's projected like 3% so far this weekend. Absolutely like the play for tournaments. Boom bust potential for sure. He could get you like an 8-point day, but he does have an over 20-point ceiling. Love the play there. The other guy is Chuba Hubbard. This is a priced out situation, right? So we have multiple running backs. At 3,900, Javonte Williams. At 6,000, you have Saquon Barkley. We have so many guys in that range, right? Williams, Robinson at 58. Hubbard's here, 6,000 for Gibson, 6,000 for Barkley. Leaving Hubbard just sitting out there and nobody's going to click his name. And he's got going to be like 1 to 3% this weekend, going to get all of the usage at home against Atlanta, very giving against opposing running backs, going to get all of the targets because guess what, guys? CMC's out. You know, as chat has established for the last 2 weeks, CMC is now out, and we get to attack him as basically a 5-box running back that's going to go underplayed. We've talked about this, right? 5-box running back doesn't mean that they're going to be chalk, but it's also a great indicator of guys that are going to outplay their percentage, or sorry, their projected score in tournaments. So he is at home, they are favored, is going to get usage in the passing game, has a realistic shot at 20 plus touches, and should be the inside the 5 running back. So Chuba Hubbard not going to be clicked, but checks off all of the boxes. As I mentioned in the opening, we're approaching 50,000 subscribers here on the YouTube channel. We are 300 away at the time that I am recording this video. All you got to do is click that subscribe button. Once we get there, we're going to have giveaways to rotogrinders, Establish the Run, Draftkings, and Underdog Fantasy. Different things for each site that they have kindly, the sites that I've partnered with that have kindly offered up stuff to my subscriber base. You got to subscribe if you want to win when we get to those giveaways. I can't wait to have this 50K party. We're going to be giving away a ton of stuff. Be a part of it. It's not that hard. Costs you nothing to click, and you have a good chance of winning something when we get there. Our next play is at wide receiver, and it's Marquise Hollywood Brown. Not sure why people don't like clicking him. I know he has not had a ceiling game in 3 weeks, but like the amount of targets, the problem with Marquise Brown in the past was he only gets 4 targets and you have to get a 60-yard touchdown in order for him to pay off. Well, like his volume has been tremendous this season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games with 10 or more targets. That's brilliant on DraftKings, especially with a player who has his profile to be able to get deep down the field. And this is a game that I think could go one of 2 ways. I mean, it could go like a million ways, but like this game, in my opinion, could go one of 2 ways. It's one of the sneaky shootouts, in my opinion, on this slate. With a total of only 43, but it projects to be pretty close in nature. Both teams kind of do things that the other team doesn't like. The risk here is that it plays very slow, as Cleveland wants to run the football and can. One of the best offensive lines in football and very efficient with their run blocking, and they're healthy at the running back position. Baltimore, with Lamar Jackson and their cadre of 70-year-old running backs, also does a very good job of running the football. But in the case that this game does speed up a little bit more than the projection, Marquise Brown could very likely eat at 6,300. Good floor of targets, so it's not like a total boom bust situation, but gives you that 1 or 2 plays per game where if he connects with Lamar Jackson, they are going to challenge downfield. Still has that tremendous ADOT possibility where if he does hit, he hits huge. Always in the category of players that can break a slate, and if he's going to be under 5%, I definitely want to buy in. The other one is Terry McLaurin. Way different play from Marquise Brown. Still has that ceiling ability. We know that he can score 30 plus DraftKings points, as we've seen him do it multiple times this year. Although earlier in the season, in weeks 2 and 4, he also had 28 points in week 7, 24 points in week 11, but much wider variance between his floor games and his ceiling games, projecting at 3% this weekend on multiple sites. Terry McLaurin at 7K against Dallas in a game that I do like to possibly shoot out the number 1 target. Yes, Dallas's cornerbacks have graded very well this year, but a good wide receiver can beat a good cornerback, and I am willing to take that risk at the percentage, because it's not just about, well, aren't you worried about Diggs? Aren't you worried about their other corners? Like, it's not about worrying about that cornerback. It's about leverage versus the field, especially when I combine the percentages for my tournament lineups and I'm looking for bring back players for DAC stacks or DAC doubles. This puts me in a great spot. Or if you're just going to play some Heineke doubles, as I know some people wanted to go that route as well. Tight end is weird because everybody's going to go for value this week with Cook and with Hooper and with Brevin Jordan and with all these other plays, that there's a lot of plays at tight end that are coming in sub 5. You have Dalton Schultz, you have like all the premium guys for the most part are popping as under 5% plays. Travis Kelce at 7,400, we know has as good a ceiling as any tight end in the game. Last year averaged 24 fantasy points per game. This year averaging 16.6. Still the #1 tight end in football. No matter how disappointed you may be in him if you drafted him, you drafted him as the tight end 1. He's producing as the tight end 1. He is priced as the tight end 1. And he's going to come in well under 5% this weekend. So I like paying up for premium. I love paying up to be contrarian. It puts me in a spot where if this player does things, so if Travis Kelce has 100 yards, 8 catches and a touchdown, 120 yards, 8 catches and a touchdown, you're not like, well, I never saw that coming out of Travis Kelce. That's well within his wheelhouse. That's something that you had to consider. So when it happens at 3%, you shouldn't be surprised. So that's why Travis Kelce is the guy that I want at tight end from all of those other ones that are under 5%, because a 25-point day is just as likely for him as a 16-point day when we really break it down over his last 2 to 3 years trailing. So anytime he's at that low percent, I want to get on board, especially as leverage off of all of the traffic that's going to be on Tyreek Hill, who will be the preferred route to go considering their last matchup against Las Vegas just a couple of weeks ago. Thank you guys for watching. Drop a like on the video. Make sure that you subscribe. Get us to 50K so I can give all this great stuff away. Look out for another video right there.
He's a legend.